எல்லோருக்கும் என் அன்பார்ந்த வணக்கம். இங்கு பேசிய மாணவர்கள் சொன்னதிலிருந்து இது எப்படிப்பட்ட இன்ஸ்டிடியூஷன் என்பதை நாம் எல்லோரும் உணர்ந்தோம். நானும் இங்குள்ள எல்லா வசதிகளையும் சென்று பார்த்திருக்கிறேன். 2001 இங்கு வந்தேன். இப்பொழுது தான் 2வது தடவையாக வருகிறேன். அப்போதே இது முதல் தரமான இன்ஸ்டிடியூட்டாக இருந்தது. இப்போது அது ரொம்ப பெரிய அளவில் இருப்பது கண்டு ரொம்ப மிக்க மகிழ்ச்சி. குறிப்பாக ஸ்டூடெண்ட்ஸுடைய ஃபீலிங்ஸ் அவங்க சொல்கிறது இது ரொம்ப மனதுக்கு ரொம்ப இதாக இருக்குது. இன்று காலையில் நாங்கள் எப்படி இந்த பிஐடியை ஒரு பெரிய இன்ஸ்டிடியூஷனாக நம்பர் 1 இன்ஸ்டிடியூஷன் ஆக்குவது என்ற சேர்மனுடைய விஷனை பற்றி பேசி கொண்டிருக்கும்போது பல எண்ணங்கள் உயிர்த்தன. எப்படி நம்ம ஃபேக்கல்ட்டி இருக்கணும், என்ன நம்ம புதுமையான ரிசர்ச் நம்ம பண்ணணும், ரிசர்ச் ட்ரைனிங் டு த ஃபேக்கல்ட்டி, டீச்சிங் அண்ட் ட்ரைனிங் அண்ட் ரிசர்ச், ஹவு வி கேன் கப்புள் இட் எல்லாம் நாங்கள் பேசினோம். ஆனால் ஒன்று நாங்கள் விட்டுட்டோம், எப்படிப்பட்ட ஸ்டூடெண்ட்ஸ் இருக்கணும்னு சொல்லிட்டு. இப்படிப்பட்ட ஸ்டூடெண்ட்ஸ் தான் இருக்கணும். அப்போ தான் அந்த இன்ஸ்டிடியூஷன் ரொம்ப முன்னுக்கு வரும். நீங்கள் உங்களுடைய இது ரியாக்ஷனில் இருந்து இந்த இன்ஸ்டிடியூஷன் இஸ் எ கிரேட் இன்ஸ்டிடியூஷன். ஸோ ஐ ஆம் வெரி ஹாப்பி டு ஸ்டாண்ட் பிஃபோர் யூ டு அட்ரஸ் டு தி அச்சீவர்ஸ், பிஐடி அச்சீவர்ஸ், and also to the students who are completing this year their BE degree. So respected Chairman Sir, Dr. Balasubramaniam is an entrepreneur, industrialist, he has concern for society, he is educationalist, he is everything. So such a wonderful chairman you have. Then Dr. Saravanan, the Managing Director, Dr. Natarajan, the Chief Executive, Dr. Vijay Kumar, Honorary Advisor, Dr. Shanmugam, Principal, distinguished professors and faculty members, ladies and gentlemen, friends from the media, my dear students, achievers, let me greet all of you on this occasion. If you see India today, India has got 1.23 billion people. But one interesting thing you will see, though we are second largest in the world in population, we are first in having more than 60% of our people below 35 years. China has got older people more. India has got younger people more. What does it mean? It means that we have got a great future. Obvious. When the average age is less for the country, future is good. So you have got a great future. But we have to turn this population, youth population, with skill so that it is possible for us to turn the country. Today, country needs you very much. After degree, so you said, my college life is beautiful, everything is nice. But when you enter into the arena of your career, it is not going to be beautiful. It's going to be very tough. Life is going to be very tough. I will give you some examples to you. My own life, like you, I studied and then immediately joined the ISRO, Indian Space Research Organization. Fortunately, I got a boss, Dr. Vikram Sarabhai. So in the early stage itself, he told me, you guys plan for next 10 years, what India has to do in space. Let us evolve your profile. He gave a task like that. I have not understood anything. But before that task is very challenging. He believed young people who can visualize. So I worked with him. With 1 year, we made a wonderful space profile for our country. Many other people helped. But I tell you, the first experience itself is a wonderful experience. Then I joined the SLV-3, Satellite Launch Vehicle Program. and with the Dr. Abdul Kalam as the project manager. At that time, he was called project manager. So I was one of the project engineers in the core team. They formed a core team. I was made as a core team member. My job given was we must develop 4 stage rockets. 4 different rockets we have to develop, in that we have to work. So it's a big challenge. Why I am telling this is, if you face real challenge in your life, which can give you lot technological prowess, then your life will get good shape. It is not like writing a program. Many of you are going to join, I know, the IT companies. That's different life. They are not contributing for the national program. They are contributing for somebody who is in the other countries without knowing finally whom that output is going. But here it is not like that. Here we are talking about a project which is going to make our country great. So that opportunity, it was good. From Sarabhai, I learned how to think big. From Abdul Kalam, what I learned is hard work, honesty, simplicity, and you should be always upright. That's what I learned from him. So this type of training which came to me is standing now. Standing for years it is standing. Because you build yourself over that. This you should also get such opportunity in your life. Then your life will be, flourish. Now India, is a great nation. It is a knowledge hub. The chairman was telling knowledge power, he said. So knowledge power is India. Again, we are becoming a knowledge power. I am seeing that the trend of our youngsters and good institutions definitely will make India a knowledge power. Our spiritual wisdom, culture, these are our strength. I will read something from what I have written. We survived as a nation the onslaughts of the invaders for more than 1,000 years and the numbing effects of the colonization. We also learned to adjust to rifts and divisions in our own society. But in the process of adjustments, we also lowered our aims and expectations and settled down to a lower mindset. I think you follow. That is, today, if you ask some youngsters who spoke well here, but when they go out, they are going to work in an organization which is going to bring them down in their thinking. Because the mindset today is not good. Mindset is low, be low. So from the great knowledge givers to the world and prosperity, we came down to the lowest strata of living at the time when we won our freedom. When we got our freedom, we are at the lowest possible strata in the prosperity with high population, and we were not knowing what to do. That was the situation. Eminent leaders emerged during the freedom movement who tried to boost the spirits and minds of the people to recapture the greatness of Indians. It is time now, because of our good population of youngsters, we can regain our heritage and wisdom to enrich our lives in the coming years. How we can do that? Let me tell some examples to you. You might have heard about Agni project you might have heard. Agni is a surface-to-surface missile. Somebody questions why we should have such Agni type of project. You see, 1,000 years, I just now said, 1,000 years, starting from Alexander the Great came, we were having continuously invaders. Why did they come? A rich country, rich people, rich knowledge people. So they wanted to take everything from you. Good people, good knowledge, good, what we had, the richness. Now finally what you have found out, that we have become empty. They have also gone. Now the people who have come, have they lost their civilization? No. We are still having civilization. So that is why, with that type of thing which we have got as a background, what is needed is you have to create an environment which does not allow others to come and occupy. That means you have to show your strength. How do you show strength? Strength can be shown only by the power. Today the power means defense. If you are having a good defense capability, then other man will hesitate. Strength respects strength. If you are strong, other man feels, oh, he is strong, we cannot go and wag his tail. Like that you will think. So, the main important thing is we have to be very strong. Not only we have to be strong, we have to tell others we are strong. So that is why this type of projects have been initiated by Dr. Abdul Kalam. He started this in 83. That is called Integrated Guided Missile Program. Agni is one of the projects. Now, this Agni is 5,000 kilometers. When you say 5,000 kilometers, it has to go to space and come. It cannot fly low. It has to come. It's a ballistic missile. That means it has to re-enter. It goes to 700 kilometers height, comes back. When it comes back, it has to re-enter. You know about Kalpana Chawla. What happened to Kalpana Chawla? She went happily to do experiment in space shuttle. They did all the experiments in 300 kilometers and she was coming back with smile. Just till the accident, we have seen the pictures, how happy she was. Coming back at the 85 kilometers, when the re-entry takes place. Re-entry means the spacecraft, the space shuttle, is coming back to the Earth. At the re-entry point, it is going through the thick atmosphere. When it crosses the atmosphere, due to the heating, the friction, due to friction, the heat generated is very high. And due to this heating, the whole module which is coming is experiencing 3000 degrees centigrade. When at that time, the thermal protection system should protect her. But one small tile was not there. The protection is in the form of ceramic tiles. Number of tiles were there. One tile, while taking off, it had gone. They thought it is not going to be serious. But when it came back, the heat through that tileless portion entered and the whole thing got into flame in a nanosecond. Quick, that's all. Finished, everything finished. So the re-entry is a very, very important technology. Nobody will tell you how the technology is to be developed. For this, we thought that a young group should do it from who have just completed the college. We put a leader. Her name is Rohini Devi. The name is Rohini Devi. A leader is a lady scientist, a chemical engineer. She took up the challenge that I will develop re-entry technology. So she, along with her friends, started working on that. Today we have got the Agni project. Agni is also re-entry. If you send a man to the moon, we have to bring him back. Suppose Indians are going after 10 years, you will see Indians settling down in the moon in their factory and they have to come back to Earth. When they come back, they have to be safe. Today we have the technology through the Agni program. Why I am saying this is, you see, this is a denied technology. Nobody is going to give you the technology. Indians, no, we will not give you any technology. This is a missile technology control regime which prohibits all technologies to our country. Nobody will give you. You have to develop yourself. Where will you go to develop? We have to go to institutions like BIT. We have to go to industries. So we have to bring the people together and develop. So what we have done is we have put IIT Madras, we have put VSSC, like that number of institutions, Graphite India, Alappa College of textiles, because we need textile engineering in the re-entry module construction. So many things we did. So the whole thing, leadership came from the Rohini Devi. So that's how we developed. So the even difficult things we can do in our country if we have a will to do it. So you must have in your mind, I said mindset, you have to break that mindset and to have the will with you, then you will achieve.